Reporting for Daybreak Online, I'm Jim Abrams. Obituaries brought to you by Curtis & Son Funeral Home, Sylacauga, Childersburg. The Reverend Jerry Smith of Rockford, Alabama, died at his residence on Sunday. Curtis & Son Funeral Home announcing Mrs. Estelle Patterson Epperson, age 95, of Sylacauga, died Sunday at her residence, Curtis & Son Funeral Home, North Chapel, with the arrangements. Funeral service for Mr. Ed Jones, age 58, of Kelladon, is today at 11 o'clock from the Chapel of Radley Funeral Home. Burial in the Kelladon Memorial Gardens with honors provided by the Kelladon Volunteer Fire Department. Mr. Jones died Thursday, December 18th at his residence, Radley Funeral Home, in charge of the arrangements. Funeral service for Ms. Eunice Hodge, age 92, of Alexander City, is today at 11 o'clock from Orr Street Baptist Church. Burial in the Hillview Memorial Park. The family receiving friends 9 until 10:30 this morning at the church. Orr Street Baptist Church, Radley Funeral Home, directing. Funeral service for Velma Leonard Babe Wilson, age 94, of Alpine, is Tuesday at noon from New Hope Life Center in Sylacauga. Reverend Bobby Harris, the pastor. The Reverend Anthony Dykes officiating. Burial in the Corinth Cemetery. The body will lie in state at the church 1 hour prior to the service. And Terry's Metropolitan Mortuary in Talladega, directing that service. Margie Nell McLean, a resident of Eclectic, died December 18th at the age of 83. Family receiving friends this morning, 10 a.m. until 11 o'clock at Grace Baptist Church in Eclectic. Funeral service today at 2. Graveside service today at 2 from the Evergreen Cemetery in Sylacauga. Gassett Funeral Home directing that service. Funeral service for Brenda Joyce Walton, age 63, of Sylacauga, today at noon from Mount Zion Baptist Church. Burial in the Sylacauga Cemetery. Ms. Walton died December 15th at her residence, Community Funeral Home, directing. Funeral service for the Reverend Ira John Jones, age 72, is Tuesday at 11 o'clock from Eagle Creek Baptist Church, with burial in the Eagle Creek Cemetery. Family receiving friends 9:30 till 10:30 on Tuesday at Eagle Creek Baptist Church. Reverend Jones died December 20th at Bethany House in Auburn. Radley Funeral Home directing. Funeral service for Mrs. Goldie Elizabeth Sanford, age 80, of Alexander City, is Tuesday at 2 o'clock from Ray Baptist Church, with burial in the Hillview Memorial Park. The family receiving friends tonight 5 until 8 at the funeral home. The body will lie in state at the church 1 hour prior to the service. Radley Funeral Home directing. Funeral service for Mrs. Barbara Gwinnell Arnold, age 82, of Alexander City, will be today at 3 o'clock from the Chapel of Radley Funeral Home. Dr. Todd Henderson and Brother Blue Vardaman officiating. Burial in the Oak Hill Cemetery in Atmore. That'll be on Tuesday at 1 p.m. The family receiving friends today 1:30 or 2:30 at the funeral home. Radley Funeral Home directing. That is a look at obituaries brought to you by Curtis & Son Funeral Home, Sylacauga, Childersburg. Weather forecast calling for some showers later on today, with a high today near 58, about a 60% chance of showers as you work through your afternoon and evening hours. Thunderstorms likely on Tuesday with a high near 66, and some showers lingering into Wednesday, Christmas Eve day, with a high near 58, and Christmas Day partly cloudy, highs in the mid-50s, low 60s for Friday, and lows in the mid-40s by Saturday morning. Happy birthday to Sammy Blocker, and also to John Brown, celebrating a birthday today on this 22nd day of December. Christ Point Church added a little holiday festivity to its normal routine of feeding members of the Sylacauga community last week. Every Thursday for the past 4 years, members of Christ Point Church have fed those in Sylacauga who may not have a meal otherwise. Regardless of who may not have a meal otherwise, for whatever the individual's reasons, no one is turned away from the church, which is on Anniston Avenue. Thursday, however, Christ Point decided to add a festive twist to its normal routine, preparing a traditional Christmas dinner consisting of turnip greens, mashed potatoes, ham, cornbread, and pumpkin pie. The church also added Christmas decoration to the tables where people ate, sang Christmas carols, and allowed for photo ops with Santa Claus. Apart from providing Christmas fellowship, the church also offered chocolate-covered cherries, along with clothing for men, women, and children. Sylacauga Alliance for Family Enhancement SAFE held its 8th annual toy drive last Thursday. This year, members were able to produce hundreds of toys for children in the southern portion of Talladega County who might not have received Christmas presents otherwise. Thursday's toy drive was a result of nearly a month's worth of soliciting and sorting donations from members of the community, both individuals and organizations. SAFE allowed people to start signing up for donations November 5th and began accepting them the week after Thanksgiving. Apart from receiving donations from individual pickup, SAFE also received sponsorships from numerous organizations and individuals from across Talladega County, including Sylacauga and into Shelby County. These sponsorships, which numbered more than 50, were meant for individual families' children as well. The donations received from members of the Sylacauga community are not old, worn-out hand-me-downs either. Every toy received was either bought from the store or was received with a tag still attached. And finally, in news, the Sylacauga man is being held on $200,000 bond in connection with a home burglary last month, according to Talladega County Sheriff's investigator Josh Tubbs. Daventi Sanchez Lauderdale, age 26, was taken into custody late Friday and had an initial court appearance before District Judge Ryan Rumsey. Lauderdale is accused of breaking into a house on the 3000 block of Settlement Road just outside the Sylacauga city limits. Tubbs said guns and multiple tools were reported stolen, most of which had been recovered. That is a look at weather, birthdays, obituaries, and local news. Reporting for Daybreak Online, I'm Jim Abrams.